everyone, and welcome to another live episode of your favorite YouTuber, Anna. So today we are out here, yay, in this nice little park. Um, that's the playground. And I'm not even gonna lie, it is so tempting to go and play like a little kid, but I won't. I mean, I might try out the swings here and there, but so basically today's topic is about something that I've experienced. Like, I don't want to sound too like a broken record, but I'm all about being real. And as a burn survivor, I've learned a lot in terms of the differences between what it's like to be a burn survivor from a young age versus an adult. The dynamics are totally different. I am very thankful that it happened when it did, because I pretty much grew up this way, so that really helped me a lot, gain confidence in myself, and obviously thankful for my mom and my family that they treated me as if I was normal. So I never really, I guess, dealt with the side effects of what it would be to live as a burn survivor. And I always relied on, my charming, my charming, great personality, my intelligence, and all of that. So it really didn't hit me until I was an adult, and I began searching for a job, and then that's when it was like, oh, so your resume looks wonderful, but then when they actually meet me at the interview, it's like, maybe not so much. And like, I understand certain people are, very particular in like who portrays or represents their industry or whatever. So my point is that it wasn't until I was an adult that I realized that, yeah, I'm different, and because of it, I'm gonna have to face all these challenges and pretty much prove myself to basically almost everybody. And so in that process, I had my first experience with that D word, the really bad D word, with depression. So that's today's topic. I wanted to share what I learned about it, what you can do about it if you're going through it in this moment. I mean, I've heard of it before it actually happened to me. And one of my family members, they went through it, and so I had a little gist of it, but like I always say, you can't really make the same impact when you're trying to encourage someone, lift them up, if you've never really been in that same situation. You can't say, well, I know what you're going through, I feel your pain. It's like most people just say it, just to be nice, but until you've really been there yourself, you can't really speak for it or about it. So basically, I don't want to elaborate too much because I could talk forever, but basically the signs of depression, like actual depression, not just the blues, the Monday blues, is like you pretty much feel dead inside. You don't care about anything. You don't take care of yourself. You don't want to eat. You physically don't feel hunger. You don't feel like you even have to go to the bathroom. It's like somebody just turned you off and you completely are blank. And then another symptom is regret. Like, you regret all your mistakes times a million, and because of your regrets, you feel like you are literally the worst person in the world, which is like how I felt in that moment. I felt like, how dare I do all these things? This is why I'm in this situation. Like, I felt like just literally worse than Hitler. Like, I know that's exaggerated, but that's really how you feel. You feel like you're the worst person in the world, that, you just feel guilty about everything, and, it's just like your mind completely changes. And some people either sleep way too much, or in my case, I couldn't even sleep at all. Like, it was so frustrating. And the first time it happened, I unfortunately didn't have insurance at the time, so that really made it so much worse, because it's like I couldn't get medical help at all. So I was basically doing it cold turkey for 4 months, and I tell you, I don't even know how I made it out. I mean, it was by God's grace that I survived, because, I mean, my body, like, literally was just a mess. Like, um, I literally went, like, no lie, like, almost 2 entire days without, like, not even 5 minutes of sleep. And that was just excruciating pain. Like, obviously you're tired and it's frustrating because you can't sleep. And like, I literally tried every home remedy, and I even took some over-the-counter medicine, and nothing. And I was just like freaking out, and just, oh my goodness, in pure anguish. And then, like, eventually I found one over the counter that kind of helped, but it was only like maybe 2 or 3 hours at the most that I got. And then, like my body, like, would shake uncontrollably. Like, I would get the jitters, and like, it was terrible. It was very frightening. And like I said, it went on for 4 months. Like, I really hit rock bottom. Like, I literally would like lay in bed and tell my mom like my goodbyes, and be like, okay, you can live without me, go on. And she'd be like, shut up, what are you talking about? You haven't even started living your life. You're only 20 at that time, 24. She was like, you have a whole life ahead of you. And I was just like, no, this is where it ends. I'm done. There's nothing else for me to do. Like, another symptom of depression is like you think negative about everything. Literally, there's like not even one good thought or positive thing for you to say in that moment. So it was terrible. And I guess one of the biggest things that kept me from getting better was the fact that I only had 1 semester to graduate from college, and it was so humiliating and embarrassing to admit that I was going through that. And just the thought of returning back, and like everybody was gonna be like, oh, so what'd you do this summer? And I was gonna be like, well, gee, I had suicidal thoughts and I suffered from depression. Like, it was so embarrassing and humiliating to me that I guess that's one of the things that kept me from getting better. And then finally, when I made the tough decision to like drop out, like, it kind of helped. And then slowly, through faith, because that's the only way I got out of that, I was able to slowly recover. And so yeah, that was a nightmare. That was like hell on earth for me. And like I said, I just wanted to share this because, a lot of people see me now all smiles and happy and trying to move forward, but they would never realize that I've been through so much emotionally, I guess. I mean, everybody could obviously tell that I've been through a lot physically, but emotionally, that was a lot. Like, I literally never ever thought I would have to go through such thing. So, and then the second time I got sick again with that terrible illness was when the family member got sick, and I had to care for them, and I was not ready for that. So by me taking care of them, I ended up getting sick again. So that was really bad. And like I said, second time I did have insurance, so I had to start taking all these meds. And they did help with the sleep, but in all honesty, if you're going through depression, most people would be like, oh, there she goes with religion and all that. It's not about religion, it's about your relationship with God, and He is the only one that can truly set you free from depression, from all these other symptoms and terrible illnesses, mental health illnesses that people are suffering. Yeah, the medication helps with sleep, but that's about it. Like, I mean, yeah, it might give you a little bit of the, balance, chemical imbalance that goes on in the brain, but apart from that, it never really heals you. It never really relieves you of those symptoms, of those thoughts, of everything that goes with it. So I'm telling you from experience because I went through it. I saw this psychiatrist. Um, I went to all that, and I mean, yeah, they put me to sleep. That's about it. But never did I ever feel the same way, um, like normal as I did when I started putting my trust in God and seeking His presence. And He really set me free. Sure, it wasn't overnight, it was an ongoing process, but I did recover, and I'm happy to say that I'm med free. I don't need no medication to go night night, and that is like the best feeling ever. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to share that if you're going through depression, obviously as a you know, medical not personnel in a way, as someone who has dealt with medicine since she was little, I obviously advocate for treatment. And you don't want to risk your life over not trying to be strong or whatever. So yeah, first step is to obviously go to your doctor, and especially catch it when it's just starting, because if you let it go on further, it's a lot harder to recover and the process is a lot more exhausting. So if you have any of those symptoms that I mentioned in the beginning, definitely see your doctor, so you can start treatment. And then after that, you definitely need to start with the man upstairs. And truly start asking him whether you're a believer, non-believer, saying, God, I'm going through this, I need your help. Are you really real? Prove yourself to me, I mean, do you have to lose? Nothing, right? Other than being healed and being relieved of all these terrible things, right? So take a chance, be brave, and do it for you, Don't do it for anybody else but you. It's like, how can you help someone else if you can't help yourself? In order for you to help others, you have to be healthy yourself. You have to, have it together to a certain point, because we'll always be dependent on God and we'll always need Him. So, without further ado, that was today's topic. Hope you enjoyed it and liked it. It was enlightening. And yeah, take care, everybody. Bye.